All right, Shane, let's jump over down to Fayetteville, where I know this is something you wanted to talk about, but big news for the Razorbacks because safety Jalen Catalon is returning. He could have been, a high first
Mm.
round pick. He did miss most of the season due to shoulder surgery, so maybe that's a big part. He's got to prove his stock once again. But we're talking an All American
Yeah.
caliber player, and this seems to be what the Arkansas Razorbacks are all about under Sam Pittman. Guys wanting to stay, guys, wanting to elevate this program. And this is a homegrown talent. There's not many, or I'm sorry, he's from Texas, but it feels like he's been embraced by the Arkansas better than just about any player in the country. So it makes a ton of sense. That was just a huge, huge, huge pickup for the Arkansas Razorbacks team next season. But that ain't all of them, Shane. Starting center Ricky Stromberg, he
Mm.
announced he will return for next season. He could have been an NFL draft pick. And starting right tackle Dalton Wagner has already decided he's going to be a super senior. So, man, this is what you want under Sam Pittman.
Yeah.
Build through the trenches. We're getting two of our standout linemen. We're getting our All-American defensive back. Now, the only, I don't want to call it bad news because he deserves everything coming his way. But Traylon Burks announced he's going pro, which we all
Mm-hmm.
figured he would. I mean, he's one of the most dominant players in not only in the SEC but in the country, and he will not play in the bowl game. But he's probably going to be a top 15 pick. So completely understand that decision. But all in all, Shane, great news for the Razorbacks, and we're just building more momentum to next season.
Buddy, I'm telling you right now, we talked about this yesterday. If there's going to be a few teams that just pop because they took advantage of these NILs. Arkansas is one of them, man. You don't see it now, but these guys have figured it out. They made this a community. We've talked about this with Arkansas. It is a team effort. And I know everybody's got a team, but they're built different in Arkansas right now. Here you got first rounders not going to the league and coming back. I mean, tell me there ain't some money being played up there, brother. I'm telling you, Arkansas is onto something. This isn't a fluke. This isn't a 1-year trend. Arkansas here in a few years is going to be freaking loaded, brother. I'm just telling you, they figured it out. This is going to be one of those programs that's going to land top 5 classes here in the next few years.
Well, and speaking of top dollar, Shane, I don't know if you saw this, so I just wanted to throw this your way, but Sam Pittman changed agents. Now he's with the super agent Jimmy Sexton,
Mm-hmm.
and not long after that news came out, reports he's asking for a 7-year contract extension worth
Yep.
$50 million. And, I'm not saying that Sam Pittman doesn't deserve that because he's done a hell of a job. Since if you want to go back to the 2020 season and continue that to this season, probably the best coaching job in the SEC. So you could give that guy any money he wants, but
Right.
he's already said he's not leaving Arkansas. This will be his final job. So that may have hurt his negotiating tactics a little bit. But let me ask you this, Shane, because this is kind of where my mind went when I saw that. And again, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve everything coming his way, but if I'm Sam Pittman, we all know that he's done a hell of a job hiring assistants and particularly his coordinators, Kendall Browse and Barry Odom.
Mm-hmm.
Before I try to take care of myself and land this mega contract, I think I would go to Arkansas administration and say, I want guaranteed that I can have the highest assistant salary in the country so that I can keep these guys. And I want the biggest recruiting budget in the SEC before you take care of me. Now, it's easy for me to say that because it ain't my money. You know what I mean? But I think that would be the path to Arkansas, making sure that all their progress is sustained. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that and just this 7-year, $50 million reported deal that Sam Pittman's interested in?
No, I see what you're saying, but again, when you look at the narrative of the players, we just got a first rounder deciding to come back and stay at home. Show me that you're committed to that home. You know what I'm saying? There's no home if you ain't got family or parents. You know what I'm saying? Sam's the dad, so you got to keep the dad there because he'll keep everything lined up. So I don't know. I see what you're saying, And the first step to the commitment that you're asking is in the head coach. So the fact that Sam even had to ask for this, you know what I'm saying? I think what I would
Right.
love to have seen is an extension, because he has one of the worst contracts in the SEC right now, and just show them that, hey, we're serious. We took a chance on you. We're believers now. Okay, yes sir, we're all in. And I think that's important for him. So after that, yes, and you're going to see it, Mike. I think you're already starting to see it. That Arkansas recruiting budget is going to go through the roof. These guys are ready. They got a little taste of victory. They remember the 90s
Right.
well. They want to be back on the map. So to do that, you've got to pay the leader, and then you got to pay to get these kids to school.
Yeah, you make a great point. I mean, the best thing Arkansas can do is get stability, and we all know what a crapshoot hiring
Yeah.
coaches are. They've got their perfect fit. He may not be a perfect fit for everybody. He's a perfect fit for the Arkansas Razorbacks. They need to keep him happy and keep him there as the head coach for as long as they possibly can. You know what?
Absolutely. And just this the structure alone, man, because one of the things we talked about Deion Sanders the other day and the NILs, there's going and Lane Kiffin even made the point. I hope these kids get what they were promised. There's going to be some fallout here, man. There's going to be some kids that were promised certain things. And I think the way Arkansas is doing this, they're not rushing it, man. They're doing it nice and slow, but they're fulfilling promises. Sam made promises, he's fulfilling them. And I think if you can do that, then it helps you in the long run when you can say, hey, I'm promising you this. And they can look at a long track record of getting exactly what they were supposed to. So I think that's key, man. You're just earning trust with these kids.